Hey everyone, my name is Taps, and it's time we discuss the slight dip that is happening in the VV Marketplace and the Master Collector program. I've been making moves over the past week or two that I've actually said or hinted at in videos, and in this video, I'm going to highlight why now is the time everyone should be making moves before the window of opportunity closes. I'll also be touching on the Ecomi Omi price, as well as the exciting new Marvel drop that is happening on Tuesday. As always, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the community and feel free to subscribe. I'm a crypto stock and real estate investor, but never a financial advisor. Wow, so New York Comic Con was a lot of drops. I know my bank account was not happy with it, but I secured what I could. But the drops are only getting harder. I know my bank account is not happy with me, but at the same time, I secured what drops I could. But as we've seen, the drops are only getting harder as more and more users flood in. We even had a surprise drop, as we saw from the Mondo poster drop that was at the very end on Sunday. Basically, I think it was like 12 p.m. PST. And they did the same thing with the Lucky Rabbits at the end of the San Diego Comic-Con. So many of us were hopeful for something like this to happen, but these were actually really cool posters. As we can see, there was a Back to the Future one, as well as another really cool Jaws one. And these were just two posters that actually completed the set. Well, let's discuss the new comic drop of the first appearance of Miles Morales, the Ultimate Spider-Man, coming on Tuesday, October 12th. And this is exciting because it's another version of Spidey, right? And we know that Miles is very widely accepted and loved by fans. This comic, like all comics on VV, will most likely sell out instantly, but this is a precursor, right? Like this is the first appearance of Miles on VV. So I believe that we'll actually see more of Miles come as like a statue Spider-Man, kind of like the Ben Reilly one, or maybe even an animated version like what we saw with the Peter Parker Spidey drops on VV. Maybe we could even see some of the characters from the movie that we saw in the Into Spider-Verse movie, like Spider-Gwen or Spidey Noir or Spidey Ham. This was actually a really good movie. I like what they did a lot with Miles. And in case you don't know what I'm talking about, Spider-Man Into the Spideyverse came out in 2018. It is a fantastic movie. You can see that the sequel is coming in 2022. And so this franchise is growing, and we're starting to see a lot of fans go towards Miles, even the ones who like Peter Parker. So much so that Miles actually got his own game that was released last year, and I have not played this game, but it looks absolutely sick. The details of Miles has not come out yet on how many mints. Will probably be anywhere between 10,000 to 60,000, probably 30,000 as that's the most dropped edition number. But this is one for sure that you want to have. And again, I think it's very likely that we'll see some form of actual statues or animated versions of Miles come to VV. Now on to why now is the time to prepare for the Master Collector program. New York Comic Con is over. It was the focus of pretty much the entire week last week, and everything else that was on the roadmap that we've discussed kind of took a back seat. We were told and expecting a Master Collector program article to come out, but New York Comic Con took priority. So I bet the Master Collector program article will be released in the next few days, if not maybe a week or so. This article will give hopefully some clarity to how the point system will be based, how the rankings will work. And that will most likely be some way around how many sets you have completed, the rarities total that you have, whether it's ultra rare, secret rares, and total number of collectibles and comics. So with those things in mind, I wanted to touch on this now because there has been a noticeable dip in the market. And that is because, of course, we were bombarded with all of these drops for the Comic-Con event, as well as there is just a need for gems. But again, we're about to get a lot more understanding of how this works, what we need to collect, what we need to go for. So my prediction is that when the Master Collector program article comes out and gives color to this, the market will rebound fast and people will be going after some similar collectibles. So my advice now, which of course is never financial advice, is to start completing sets while the market is down and before the info is out. I would also be looking for deals, like what is actually down right now in terms of overall percentage from its original price. You can see the DeLorean Interactive Common, it's a season 1, the first vehicle released, is down substantially from its drop price. So you can go with the flipper route where you could possibly grab some of these cheaper, undervalued collectibles, buy them at a discount, and then flip them once the marketplace rebounds. Or again, you can go for sets and actually targeting the Master Collector program. Because again, once this is out, everyone's going to be going for similar things because they're going to know, okay, this is how I maximize my ranking, my points. These are the sets I need to complete. And you could say, well, what if they dip more? Well, the price of collectibles keep going up, and even this dip is about 2x the price of the dip that was in July and August. And we've only had like 2 or 3 dips throughout the year in the overall value of the marketplace in VeVe. So I remember like Rainicorn, you could have purchased for around 300 gems back in July or August, which was very low. And then it shot to about 1,000 gems last month. And now you can get it for around 650 gems. So even though we're in a dip from that 1,000, it's still double the last dip. So as it keeps going in value, there will be other dips eventually, but there's still going to be higher dips. Okay, so we're going for Master Collector Program. What do we get? If you can complete as many Season 1 sets as possible, go for it. I completed, I think, 10 sets over the past 2 weeks, and half of those were all from Season 1. Season 1 is only going to continue to get more valuable as more and more seasons come out, and Season 3 is on our doorstep. I'd also suggest targeting drops like this. The 007 No Time to Die Bond posters were a set with 2 collectibles. So going for overall sets, go for the easier ones to make. Like the Labbits are very difficult to make because there's 5 or 6 of them, and then also the ultra rares are extremely expensive. But if you can complete sets with 1 to 2 to 3 collectibles, those are the ones to go for. So all of the Bond posters, the Mondo drop, Captain Carter, even Throg. You can ask, why is it important to have a high ranking or to really care about Master Collector Program for those who are not in the know? Because Ecomi and VeVe said that there actually will be perks associated with the drops depending on your tier. It'll also have ties to some form of access into the land purchases in the VeVeverse. And who knows what else they're going to come out with. I mean, they mentioned in the past that staking was going to be coming with the Master Collector Program, but maybe there are certain thresholds in order to qualify. So there are almost 50 full sets of collectibles, which is a lot, but now is the time to scoop them up while the prices are low and they rebound once we actually know what to go for. As for an OMI update, we saw some really amazing price action over the past couple days, shot up to over 0.0082, bounced down, bounced back up, and then we saw a big sell-off from 0.082 all the way down to 0.0077, and then it immediately shot back up, shot back down. So we can see that there is a mix of profit taking as well as new purchases. So while there is actually resistance around this 0.008 mark, I still can't believe it's shot up this high over the past month or two, and we haven't even seen the explosive catalyst yet. This is all just from the buildup. So I spoke about this list of action items that Ecomi and VeVe have said are coming, that we know about. And I spoke about this on my stream on Friday, so in case you missed it, there are so many big action items on this list to look forward to, and some of the biggest ones are actually happening in the next week or so. If you haven't looked at Edo in the app, we can actually see that the Buy Now button is activated in the app, but of course it isn't ready to drop yet, but that was a change from what we saw before. So Edo is most likely coming in the next week or two. If you're unfamiliar with Edo, Edo is the last Season 1 drop that you can grab, and it completes the Ultraman set. So if I was looking for an undervalued collectible, I would think that maybe the Ultramans might shoot up with value once we see that Edo come. We also know that it is almost the 1-year anniversary of the first drop, which is October 14th or 15th, so we can expect something probably pretty big on Thursday or Friday. Again, that Master Collector Program Medium should be coming out relatively soon. I'm hoping the next couple days. And with it, I'm sure we'll see a big rebound of the market. The immutable move is already happening, as we know, but we're just waiting on the "Hey everyone, it's time to migrate" article. MTL, it should have been released as of last month, but we're still waiting on this to move forward. So the money transfer license, the ability to cash out your gems. And with the immutable move, of course, comes new exchanges. We're waiting on Showroom version 2, OMI the NFT eventually, more burn mechanisms, total supply of collectibles being decreased, which we saw with the Captain America. Season 3 is on our doorstep, spooky drops for Halloween, DCon, Designer Con in November, which I will be at. So another con will be coming, and I bet you that con will be more focused around brands and more artists. So that's where I'm hoping to see something like a Supreme license come in, or something that's going to be equally, if not bigger, than Givenchy. eventually localization, other verticals like anime and sports, all the brands that we've seen like LOL Surprise Dolls, Little Prince, NFLPA, Jurassic Park, Capcom, Monster Hunter, and many, many more that just have not dropped yet. Digital signatures and event drops. We know eventually these will happen, most likely more once the world is fully open again. And of course, the VVverse, which is coming in 2022. But I wouldn't be surprised if there wasn't an article either the end of the year or the beginning of 2022 to show this is what our plan is, this is our roadmap for it, for that first phase of launch and land grabs. So there is a lot to look forward to, especially as Bitcoin is climbing back up to its all-time high price, and altcoins are making a move as well. So OMI is making moves before its biggest catalysts of the year even take place. Now is the time to make moves, folks. So if you want a solid ranking in Master Collector Program and have some sets to complete, now is probably an opportune time to do so. If you've been wanting to have a bigger bag of OMI before the price takes off, in my opinion, now is an opportune time to do so, because the next leg up in OMI and the VV marketplace will be a substantial one. Let's take advantage of the lows so we can celebrate the highs. As always, I hope you found my content valuable, and if so, please hit the like button and leave a comment down below. The likes and comments appease the algo overlords and help my channel to continue to grow. And if you haven't yet, please hit the subscribe button and notification bell for future content. That's it for today. I'm Taps. Thank you for your time, and happy trading.